Hello, everyone. Welcome to the series, The Places You'll Go This Summer. Uh, I realize my room is quite messy with all the school stuff that we've got, so bear with me and pay attention here instead of back there. Okay, so today's topic is the places you will go this summer, and the first one is a barbecue, right? So when you think barbecue, you probably should be thinking food. And when I think of food, I turn to Digest Zen. And I really appreciate and love the rollerball version. See there, when you take off the top, it's a real rollerball and it just kind of glides onto the skin. I like it because you can kind of lift your shirt and apply it real quick onto the tummy or up above if you have heartburn. And it's just super easy to apply over and over again. So in a pinch, you're thinking this is going to be an amazing meal and I'm probably going to eat too much. Put this on beforehand before you dig in, and you'll probably find that you don't even have any tummy issues. If you do find that you have tummy issues, put it on again after the meal. So love, love, love Digest Zen. If you're not a fan of the black anise, like black licorice kind of smell, there is a kids version of Digest Zen that smells more uplifting, more minty, not so black licorice. And so there's always options for you if you're looking for any kind of digestive help. So I love Digest Zen, and it's so easy to stick in your pocket and nobody will think twice about you taking this to the barbecue. The next up is Metapower for too much in the way of like maybe temptations. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I want to stay really healthy and good, and I don't want to fall for that wonderful dessert. And you might if you don't have if you don't have Metapower with you. So Metapower is an oil that really helps to curb appetite. It is a little bit of citrus and a little bit of mint as well as cinnamon. So it really is a great flavor in my opinion. And you can put it just on underneath your tongue if you would like. You can crack the top open and just smell it to get that same benefit just by inhaling it. You can always put it on your tummy as well. And then this also comes in a soft gel version. So if you're like, I'm just going to leave the glass at home and I'm going to take a soft gel, take one or two with you. It acts as the oil will. It's just easier for transportation purposes. And then if you're like, you know what, I'm going to go to town on all of the food, on all of the carbs, you're going to want to take MetaPower Assist before you start to eat. That is a product that really helps to maintain your blood sugar so there's no spikes. When you spike your blood sugar, you're going to have that crash afterwards, and you don't want to go to a barbecue and have lots of fun, lots of things going on, and then just go, you know what, I don't feel well enough and I want to leave. Sometimes when you have blood sugar spikes, you get a little tired. So who wants to be the party pooper and leave early? So Metapower to the rescue for maintaining that those temptations and also the blood sugar spiking. So that's super helpful. Next, when you go to a barbecue, you might have too much heat. It's the summertime, go figure, right? So I like to bring peppermint with me. Now, this is an option of a couple of ways, right? So I love having the oil. And if you just take it straight from the bottle, put it in your hands, you have liquid AC, right? I'm not even joking. I've many times people just put it on their skin and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm freezing. But what you can do is put a few drops of your peppermint oil in a spray bottle. You can get the kind from, what is it, like the travel section of Target, and fill the rest up with water. And now you've got a little AC fan, really in the way of a spray bottle, and you can spray yourself down, and it's a wonderful way to cool yourself. I like to do that when we're at Disneyland and we're waiting in line and it's really freaking hot and you just can't consume enough water. This is a great way to use your peppermint to cool yourself down, is to be able to have it in a spray bottle, and a couple of drops in a spray bottle, fill the rest up with water. It is so powerful and so beneficial. The other thing too is that same spray bottle, if you're like, hey, the flies really want our food at our barbecue, you can use that same spray and get near the food. Maybe not spray on it, otherwise everything's going to taste peppermint. But to be able to keep the flies at bay, this is a wonderful way to diffuse or to spray and keep those flies out of your food, out of your way, so you could enjoy your barbecue. The other thing, now with a barbecue, usually it's kind of a BYOB, right? So what are you bringing to the barbecue? You can use essential oils in your food. So think about ideas like if you have to take some chips and salsa, you can add oils to your salsa, maybe like cilantro oil. It's a great way to infuse oils into your food. What if you are bringing the guacamole, right? You can use our oils with guacamole. You can also use our citrus oils, mostly with different kinds of salad dressings. What about a marinade for your beef, your different kinds of meats and such? That would be an excellent way to use oils with your meats. What about a lemonade, right? So everybody is expecting that regular old fresh lemonade, but what if you add a little bit of spearmint, make it a little bit of a minty flavor, or even a lavender? That's a really fresh way to upgrade your regular old lemonade, right? And it's really beneficial and healthy for you to add those oils and take them internally as well. When you do decide to go for that, just make sure you're using a glass pitcher or you're using like a stainless steel. Maybe you want to take it so it's in a canteen or something where you're not using plastics, you're not using styrofoams, because oils like to get rid of not natural things. So if it was in a plastic, it might leach away that plastic. And so that's kind of the downfall of utilizing not natural products with our oils. So just keep that in mind. Glass is best. What else? You can make the salsa. I said the lemonade, guacamole, salad dressing, marinades. Okay, so we got all that. So love, love, love. Now, what if you're too stressed, right? You're like, I love crowds. Not really. And yet when you go to a barbecue, you're stuck next to 20 people. That's where this wonderful oil, it's called Adaptive, can be very helpful. So maybe it's with family and you're like, hey, this is great, but not really great. You can use a little pinch of this. This comes in a roller ball. It also comes in a oil version. So whatever is easier for you. And I think when you're on the go, like usually roller balls are the best. Again, stick it in the pocket, put it in the purse, but being able to put it on your temples like you would perfume, and just being able to kind of smell. I've actually had a little disagreement, if you will, with my spouse, and I was feeling it in my chest, and I put it over my heart, and I took a few breaths and did all this, and literally within 60 seconds, I was like, okay, let's go back at it again, because I could feel that pressure that I had in my chest really dissipate. So I love that. I just earlier today, I heard someone say that she felt a little stress come on. This was a normal response for her. She turned to her Adaptive and she could feel that it just dissipated within a very short period of time. So love that we can diffuse stress with our oils, and usually barbecues should be stress-free, but in case they're not, you want to come prepared. So those are the 5 natural ways that you can turn a barbecue into something that's better maybe than the last barbecue attended, right? I'm going to send you off with one bonus tip, and that is if there is too much alcohol and you want to partake, but you don't want to feel the way you feel after too much alcohol, that's where this beautiful oil, Zendocrine. Can you see that word? I really promise it's called Zendocrine. This wonderful oil you can take internally before you start drinking. during your drinking, after your drinking. It really helps with detoxification. It's actually called the detox blend. And it is a wonderful way to not have the negative effects that oils, or I'm sorry, that alcohol has on you, because it is helping to kind of nourish your liver instead of beat it up like you did with all the alcohol. So one time we were wine tasting and I was like, I'm going to put myself to the test, wine tasting, right? So I took this along with a couple of other oils and I put it in a empty veggie capsule, took it with me right before I started drinking. And by the end of the day, there was 4 of us that went wine tasting. We all did it. They trusted me with this silly little oil pill, and none of us had any lasting effects from a day's worth of wine tasting. So that is something I tried and true to the test, and it worked. And so Zendocurin to the rescue. And that is how you can have a really successful barbecue. So I hope you learned something here. And if you have any questions, definitely message me and or follow me on Instagram, Oils by Sherry.